my channel. I'm Dina, this is Creative Minds Homeschool, and today I'm going to share with you what we're using for this current school year for 6th grade for my son and my twin girls that are in 4th grade. And in a different video, I'm going to share with you about what we're doing with my 3-year-old preschooler who is just now getting her feet wet in the whole school business. So I'm going to start with Bible. I'm just going to quickly go through our subjects kind of in the order that we do them in, and just kind of make this as quick as I can. All right, this is Bible. I let them design their own cover. I bound, these are the not consumed Bible studies. In case you're not familiar, this is what they look like. This one's obedience. So we are learning each day. One day is 2 pages long, and in there's scripture verses, different things we look up together. Along with Bible, we learn a hymn, sometimes praise choruses. We are memorizing scripture. So that's kind of what we do for Bible. We're about to run out of these studies. We have 3 left. We're doing obedience, a content heart, and developing a quiet time. After that, we're kind of going to be searching for something else. So if you have suggestions, feel free to put them down below. I would love to hear your input. Next thing is the We Choose Virtues cards. I've shown you these, I know, for several years. We're still working our way through them. So we usually start off really great and then we forget and get out of the habit of it, but I'm going to really try to stick to it this year. We're going to use these for copy work. These are great just for teaching kids character qualities that are scripture based. Each one of them has a character, and then these are the parent cards, which have the story of the character on back. And I really like that it tells you what the trait is and what it is not. So I'll give you this for an example. It says, I treat others the way I like to be treated. I am not selfish, sarcastic, or rude, and I don't hurt others on purpose. And then it has a scripture that goes with it. I also this year bought, if I can find it, it went away from me. I seriously had this on takes 1 through 99, but now that I'm at take 400, I kind of keep misplacing things. I bought the coloring book to go with it this year. I like just how they are. So it has the character and then their story for them. And we use these not just during Bible time. A lot of times when I'm reading aloud and they need something to do with their hands, they'll pull this kind of thing out and do it. That's Bible. Next we have handwriting, and we're doing handwriting without tears. We're actually finishing up the blue book that we had from last year. A couple of them are, and then they will transition to this. The difference between this and previous years, this is really small writing. So you see, we're gonna get used to writing very tiny. And I like this curriculum because it takes them through some grammar. It's not just writing words for the sake of writing words. It has them writing sentences that they actually have to think about and write out. Different things like that. Like this is past and present tense. So break, broke, no, new. You know, like they're gonna have to kind of use their brains a little, not be completely mindless when they do that. I like that. That's handwriting without tears. Next is teaching textbooks. Everett is doing math 7. The girls are doing math 5. So I think this is a good fit for them. That's what we're doing. I bound them about 4 chapters at a time because I didn't want them to have a really huge book. And you know, it gets ratty and torn up. So this gives them a sense of accomplishment. Like, hey, I finished a book, I get a new book. So that's how I like to do it. But that's math. Next is language arts. We are using the Good and the Beautiful level 4. This is the course book. So it has basically each lesson has their challenging words. If you're familiar with the Good and the Beautiful at all, it has the challenging words. It has a little section, usually like a poem or a paragraph or 2 that they'll read to me, and they each do that. And then it has a spelling drill, different things. It usually has a reading story or an excerpt that they're going to read for that day. It might be a few pages long. And then it'll have some more things, mostly like this usually covers like spelling, grammar, diagramming sentences, punctuation type stuff. That's where this is in there. That's the course book. And then to go with it, they have the Creative Companion. This has the art and geography, and writing assignments mostly. This is lesson 9. It has onomatopoeia. In your notebook, write 3 or more sentences that use onomatopoeia. Observe the painting on the next page, and on a separate paper, list the things you like about the painting. So that's what that is. It also has, they're going to be learning chalk pastel art. So some lessons, so this is like lesson 14. So they'll do their course book and then they'll do this. They also have grammar, like a whole set of grammar and geography cards they'll be working through. So that is language arts. Closed. Oh, along with that, this is just supplemental, just for fun, really. This is the vocabulary cartoons. They have different words and definitions, and then they have usually a funny picture that goes with it. They're kind of using, so this word is fetch, and they're using, it sounds like stretch. So they give you a sound-alike word and kind of make the picture go along so you can remember the word. But we're going to do that just for fun. Another thing we're going to do to try to just get them writing more. This is the nature notebook from The Good and the Beautiful. It's seasonal. So we're going to actually start like on page 70, I think, because that's where summer is at. But it has like leaf studies, all kinds of different things they ask you to do. So this is draw the vein pattern of 2 different leaves. It just has different assignments, different things, glue here, just really nature study. I thought that was something they can just, on like a Friday or an afternoon when we don't have time to do a big long subject, take this outside and go see what you can find. I thought that would be a great thing for them. This is the creative writing notebook. Same idea. On Fridays, on days when we have just a shorter amount of time, this will help them develop some creative writing, descriptive language. It covers like poetry, writing, beginning stories, like how to get a story going, that kind of thing. So we're going to use that. So it's all kind of going to be our language arts thing. Science, this is what we're starting with, is Water in Our World. And then I didn't bring all the other ones to show you, but this is from The Good and the Beautiful. So we're going to be using their units. I'm planning to do at some point this year, maturation and sexual reproduction, energy, heat, light, and sound, maybe, I think it's called. And then I'm going to pick from marine biology and botany and meteorology. One of those we'll do. I'm thinking maybe marine biology, just because we're already studying water. It kind of makes sense to my brain. You're already kind of learning about water. Let's talk about what's in the water after we've learned all that whole cycle. So we'll see on that. I have kind of still up in the air about it. And then this is really something, this is the biggest thing for us because it's a change. Instead of doing The Good and the Beautiful history this year, we are switching to knotgrass history. Just because really of all the political climate in America right now, just kind of what's been going on, it's an election year. I wanted to, especially my oldest, because he's a history buff, he is very much into politics. Kind of always say, we don't do sports in our house, but we're interested in what happens politically. So he's kind of has his ears attuned to all that usually. So we're gonna do with him, we're doing Uncle Sam and You, and this will cover the election process. It kind of talks about how the states originated, just kind of how government is run. Like this is the 3 levels of government, but just when I got this and opened it up, I am not a reader and I couldn't put it down. I was like, wow, this is it's interesting to me. Probably because I am a politically minded person and I just thought it was interesting. And he has been reading each lesson himself. Now it has suggested activities after each lesson. I don't know if you can see that. But some examples, it says think biblically and they want you to write a paragraph, whatever. Then it has vocabulary, copy the sentences below in your notebook and fill in the blank with each word. Those don't go over well with him. But he has been so far reading all of the the literature part. There is a literature package that goes with this book. So far he's been willing to read. And basically what I'm going to do with The Good and the Beautiful, you're supposed to read for 20 minutes a day. I'm going to have them use these history books as some of their reading for The Good and Beautiful time. Kind of killing two birds with one stone. That's my take on it anyway. If they can. Some of them I will get audiobooks for because my kids really like audiobooks, the ones that are available. But we will be doing the workbook that goes with this for him. And then for my girls, we're doing Our Star Spangled Story. And he's been sitting, my 6th grader has been sitting in on these lessons just because he was interested enough. He just really loves history. So this I'm reading to them, and this one he's reading to himself and just kind of telling me about what he's read. This also has, this is really beautiful, y'all. It just really is. It's just so colorful. Very colorful, bright. It's just very engaging, I feel like. I like the way it's written. And I really love that each chapter at the end, they wrap it up with scripture. And they give you like hands-on activities to do. After each unit, you're supposed to do like a unit project. The first week, we did not do it yet, but I plan to because they were all excited about it. You basically make a little pot, a pottery pot, and paint it and all this. Didn't have time the first week of school to do all that, but they were excited about it. So I want to go back to that. Probably this week we're going to try to accomplish that. And the one that we will have at the end of this week to do, which is like an origami ship. That shouldn't be too hard. But that is what we're going to be doing for school. And I'm excited about the change for history. We were enjoying The Good and the Beautiful. I just felt like I wanted to really focus in on America and just give them a good foundation of American history and that kind of thing, government, that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it some love. Feel free to comment down below, ask questions, tell me what you'd want to see more of, anything. Hit me up down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.